If you just now tuning in, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell. GMS fam, the green room. Let's talk about it. Hey, yo, GMS fam, the green room. What's going on, y'all? Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to the GMS show, man. I appreciate every single one of y'all for pulling up every single week. We have passed 17K subscribers, man. Thank y'all, man. Appreciate everybody, all the new subscribers and people finding out who the GMS show is through videos, lives, and shorts. I really appreciate y'all. We almost there. We about to crack 18K as we speak, man. So I want to say thank y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for, supporting the channel and all that good stuff, man. So if you are here, if you hear my voice, if you are tuning in to the GMS show, go ahead and tap into the live chat. Let me know you in here. Shout out your city. Let me know where you tuning in from. We start out every show with peace, love, positive energy, good vibes, passing it forward, hoping that you pass it along as well. We keep that green mind state. We have a lot of topics to speak on today, all right? A lot of different topics, but I ain't gonna hold you long. I promise you. Just kick it with me for a little bit, and we'll have a good time today. Now, as we move into these topics, I just want to say what we are getting ready to speak on is some things that have been happening over the past couple days after the LSU and Iowa game. There's been so much controversy surrounding it that, of course, you're going to get a lot of different opinions and pieces, talking pieces from a lot of different people that have platforms. And one thing that has come to surface is the fact that the First Lady, Jill Biden, decided that she was going to try to invite both teams to the White House. And it's just it's funny to me because the one thing I haven't seen people talk about is like the white tear theory, because I personally believe that white tears move mountains, especially white woman tears. Now, I'm not saying that Caitlyn was out there crying or there was a bunch of white girls boo-hooing and everybody. I didn't see that. They could have very well been crying. They lost the championship. But something about those white tears and that fragile white heart that will bring somebody to the point to try to break what has already been going on for so long, traditionally having the winners of the championship go to the White House. Jill Biden decided that she was going to come out and say this. Listen.
Congratulations to both teams. So I know we'll have the champions come to to the White House. We always do. So, you know, we'll have LSU come. But you know what? I'm going to tell Joe, I think Iowa should come too, because they played such a good game. So, right? So winners and losers, that's sportsmanship. That's good sportsmanship.
So here's the thing. Jill made it a point. First of all, shout out Black Man America. Appreciate you coming back through, brother. Appreciate you, my guy. Vale is in the building. Elijah's in the building. Jay Gibbs is in the building. Monica Salter's in the building. Appreciate y'all, man. My bad. I meant to shout y'all out. But Jill Biden clearly had it in her mind how she felt already about those LSU girls. And I'm pretty sure she saw those young black girls in the same lens as a lot of white America did after that moment where Angel Reese decided to hit Caitlyn with the "You Can't See Me," aka the original Tony Yayo dance. Now it's crazy because when Jill said this, she made it a point to speak about sportsmanship. That one thing, that 5 seconds out of that entire game pushed this type of agenda, which is crazy. I want to shout out Caitlin Clark, though, because they tried to bait her on ESPN to try to say something negative about Angel Reese. And she didn't go there. She didn't fall for the bait. They were waiting for the clicks to come. They was waiting to put them headlines up, but she didn't go for it. That's a real competitor at heart, and I promise you, she got my support from here on out. I ain't got no animosity or any type of hate towards Caitlin Clark. She is a phenomenal basketball player. She deserves to get the highlight that she gets for being as good of a basketball player as she is. She got Player of the Year. Despite them losing the championship this year, she will be A-okay. So the people that feel some type of way about what happened at the end of that game can eat a dick. But other than that, Corey Holcomb took to his 5150 show last night to talk about that and to give his reaction of what he thought when Jill Biden invited both of them to the White House. Listen to this.
Bogus. I want to know, do y'all know? I'm talking about. I'm getting to it too soon. Okay, a girl, LSU sister, won the national championship. Do you know they invited her opponent, who happened to be a Caucasian woman, to the White House?
Caitlin Clark.
They invited both teams?
They invited
And they usually
both.
invite just the champions, don't they?
They wanted to give home.
Oh, the games that they play, dog.
Oh my God, that is a slap in the face, dog. That is so disrespectful to say, oh, tell Iowa to come too. Man, I hope y'all
wouldn't even go.
Don't go to that. Don't go to that. Them people are not for you, man. Why don't they just invite Iowa and say, we wanted Iowa to come because they're Caucasian? Why can't they just speak from the heart? Right. We're rooting for the Caucasian girl because Caucasian people have basically, we run the world. So now that there's a Caucasian girl who can play, that girl from Iowa can play like a mother.
Yeah.
Why don't you just say, we'd rather had a white girl here and y'all go down to Martin Luther King Boulevard and we'll pay for y'all rib tip dinner?
Damn.
Why don't you just say that?
Damn.
Why don't you come from the heart? Why you gotta dog them out and say they got to be there with Iowa? That ain't right. That ain't right. Do you know the history of racist-ass media in sports? A commentator on ESPN named J.J. Redick had the nerve to ask Kendrick Perkins, so are you saying there's racism in the vote for the MVP of the NBA? That's what he had the nerve to ask him. Of course, Kendrick Perkins can't say nothing. He works for the corporation. If he speaks from the heart, he's fired. Kendrick Perkins, Stephen A. Smith, they can't tell the truth. They'll be fired. But I can. And definitely, this is breaking the ice. The winner should not have to share the spotlight with the loser. The girl lost from Iowa.
Man.
You lost.
You get all the accolades.
Right.
The winner, even though you lost. That's some cold shit right now.
Used to do this to her opponent.
Yeah.
Rubbing it in. Then the black girl did it, and all the media was like, oh, that's tasteless.
Yeah, right.
Nah. Dog, they're not capable of being neutral while they're covering us.
That's what I'm saying, man. They so hypocritical, man. Like, we do the exact same. It's 10 times worse.
Man, I would not be able to go to no mother presidential nothing, and them motherfuckers tried to bring the team that lost there too. I'll be like, take them.
Now, with that response of what he said, understand that Angel felt the same way, and not just Angel, but her entire team. Angel was on the interview. She's had plenty of interviews since the win, but this interview she responded to what Joe Biden had to say. I want y'all to hear from her mouth how she felt about it.
If we were to lose, we would not be getting invited to the White House. And I remember she made a comment about both teams should be invited because it was sportsmanship. And I'm like, are you saying that because of what I did and what, like, that stuff like that, it bothers me because you are a woman at the end of the day. You're supposed to be standing behind us before anything. So it's hard to see things like that and not to comment back on it. But if we were to lose,
also said,
we would not be getting invited to the White House. And I remember she made a comment about both teams should be invited.
There was another piece of this.
A lot of phone calls. And that's why she wants to come out and apologize. But at the same time,
The damage is
I
done.
don't accept I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't accept the apology because of, you said what you
Jill
said.
Biden.
Yeah.
First
the,
lady.
the
First
wife,
lady.
yeah.
You said what
First
you
lady.
said and you meant what
I
you
said what I said, and like, you can't go back on certain things that you say. I mean, you felt like they should have came because of sportsmanship, right? They can have that spot. Like, we'll go to the Obamas. We'll see, I'm gonna see Michelle. I'm gonna see Barack.
Hold on. So did you guys speak to the First Lady?
No, apparently she was supposed to come to our locker room before the game, but we said no.
Before the game?
Yeah, she was supposed to come to our locker room and go to Iowa's locker room. I don't know if she talked to them. I don't know if she did, but we said we didn't want to. We didn't want her coming
Why?
to the locker room. I think Joe Biden had put somebody else to win a national championship. He didn't even put us on his bracket to get out of Baton Rouge. So I was like,
I ain't gonna lie, that's some real shit. She said they didn't want Jill Biden coming in the locker room because Joe didn't even have them on the bracket. He didn't even have them written down to win. They was against these young black women from the jump. And let's not act like they didn't have some ballers on their squad to even have the idea of them going all the way. Here's the thing, man. I don't blame her either because now people are like, oh, she's trying to ride the wave or she's doing too much now and she's just insulting people for no reason. Bruh, this is part of that weak ass conditioning that some black people have in this country where they feel like they can't make white people feel uncomfortable or that they have to show some type of remorse for some shit that was unwarranted. Did nobody ask Jill Biden to say that shit? It was clearly a slap in the face to them. And all she said was that she didn't accept the apology and she's not accepting going to the White House. And I don't blame her. Not once in White House history have they invited two teams at once, the winning and losing team from a championship game. They've never, ever done that in life. Never. And then the one time you decide you want to do it, or to try to do it, or to suggest it, was in the heat of controversy because a black girl did the "you can't see me" to a white girl on the other team. This is like a situation that they're trying to treat as if this girl went out and actually assaulted Caitlin Clark. Like, you would have thought Angel punched this girl in the fucking face, bro. You would have thought she assaulted that girl, the way that people are still going on about it and how people are acting about this situation. Now, in this situation, I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna pause this conversation. Not necessarily the conversation, but I'm gonna pause the 5150 conversation real quick because I want to get this out the way before we finish having our conversation about everything else that happened, because we got to talk about how Corey backpedaled while talking about Monique because she got that lick. We definitely gonna talk about that. And we have to talk about the phone call that he got last night from Bill Bellamy, because there was a story about how a comedy club in South Carolina has been taping comedians and posting it on a website called Vimeo and getting money off of their sets. And they have been found out and put on blast. That is going to be another conversation we're going to have. But I have to touch on this because it correlates with each other. Now, I saw something from Gillie and Wallo, because as you know, their partnership with $1 million worth of game is with Barstool Sports. The owner of Barstool, I already said that, King Gambit. I already talked about Tony Yayo, but we're gonna here's you know what? Before I say this, let me just, because I keep seeing people in the comment section, not you personally per se, King Gambit, but I've been seeing a lot of people comment about who originated the "You Can't See Me." We as a culture know that it was Tony Yayo. Mainstream white people think John Cena created it. But I'm going to tell you something that a lot of people don't take the time out to go and research. Tony Yayo was asked about this. He is A-okay with it. Would he like a check? Yes. He would definitely like a check. But I think him and John Cena had a conversation. As a matter of fact, John Cena acknowledged that it was Tony Yayo. John Cena did. So I think it's all right to, acknowledge both of them. Anyway, Gillie and Wallo, they are a part of Barstool Sports. They don't technically have a boss, but Barstool Sports does cut the checks. What happened is people were talking about, man, I wonder what Gillie and Wallo are going to say, because Dave Portnoy, the creator of Barstool Sports, put out the tweet that went viral that had a whole bunch of classless mayonnaise soldiers calling Angel Reese classless. They wanted to know what these guys had to say. Two black men who clearly understood that there was nothing wrong with what Angel did, and now having somebody who cut y'all a major check coming out to say certain things about her, and not only that, but double down, triple down, quadruple down, and continue to go on and on. Now, yeah, that's right. My bad. Kenneth Berry said, I found this out too a couple days ago. Portnoy doesn't own it anymore. He sold it. He's still involved somehow. Deion Sanders been quiet. Here's the thing. He's the founder. He founded it. That's what it is. He founded it. But he was the creator. Now, Gillie and Wallo decided to put out a statement a couple days ago because the heat was on. And I'm going to tell you how I feel about this after y'all see it for yourselves. I'm going to just tell you right now, I am extremely disappointed in that man Gillie. Extremely disappointed in Gillie. And I'm going to tell you why after you watch it.
Shout out to Angel Reese. Y'all did a great thing. Y'all did y'all thing. Congratulations for being the champions. And I'm going to say this. We don't stand with nothing that Dave Portnoy said in any type, shape, forms, or fashion. We're not in agreement with that. We're not in alignment with that in any way. And number two, $1 million worth of game, LLC, is owned by two people, Wallace Peoples and Fernard Rasir. We do not work for Barstool. We have a partnership. We have a licensing deal. 100% ownership is by us. We don't have no bosses. I only got one boss, and that's God. And my wife, whenever that happens, whenever I get married. But other than that, that's how we rock.
She be your boss?
Yeah, you know that shit. That's how that shit go, cuz. That's how it go. People like Tootie got the control of the money. Well, shut up. Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is, shout out to Angel Reese. You did a great job, young sister. And we're not just gonna stand for that. Like Dave, for her to be a classless piece of shit because of basketball, you're wrong about that shit.
And we love you, Dave.
We fuck with you, Dave.
But we fuck with you the long way.
You're totally out of pocket for that. You're wrong for that. For a human being to be a classless piece of shit for sports where it's nothing but trash talking and talk, we're not doing that. We're not gonna do that shit. And we're not gonna let you do that to ours. We can't go for that shit. We're not gonna be having that. But shout out to Angela Reese, you did your thing. Shout out to everybody that was involved, all you women, played the ball and had a hell of a time. But we need to be talking about something different.
Shout out to Iowa too. They came up and played hard.
Yeah, they played hard. But shout out to that whole LSU. Y'all did a great job. Congratulations, Queens, on your championship.
Let me just say, Gillie's mannerisms, his attitude during this entire video was fucked up to me because Gillie is the loudest nigga in the room. But for some reason, he was the quietest nigga during this video. And the only time he opened his mouth to say anything regarding Dave Portnoy was to say, I got love for you. 100 million really does change a nigga, don't it? Now, that's just speculation. We don't know how much they actually got from Barstools. But the rumor is that they got 100 million. 100 million will make you not give a fuck about your own people. Fuck that. Let's not even do it like that. How about something as simple as giving a fuck about common sense and what's right and what's wrong? If the man was wrong, you should be able to condemn his comments, seeing as you work for a platform that he built. See, Wallo has a backbone. He's somebody who doesn't let the money define him. He's somebody who I'm pretty sure, and I was having a conversation with my homeboy about this, shout out Fu, how the conversation went. Oh man, we ain't finna fuck up the bag like that, man. You go ahead and do your thing. I'll be in the video. I'll be in the video, but I ain't finna. You do the talking. 100 million made niggas say, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Now, granted, the situation of why people are up in arms and why they have been talking about Angel Reese is minor, minuscule. What happened was so small, but they made it so big. The bigger thing out of this is how people reacted to what she did, aka the person that put together the platform that has made you and Wallo millionaires. Now, before anybody questions my stance on this, please understand that I follow Gillie. I watch the things that he does. And this just goes along with the rhetoric and the narrative that he's been pushing for some months now. I don't know if y'all have seen it or if y'all realized it. But Gillie will go on these random spurts of trying to explain to people why he would prefer white people over black people in certain instances, whether it be him shopping at black-owned businesses, etc. Whatever the case may be, he lets it be known that he messed with white people, or why he would prefer to go to white people than black people, instead of it being why I rather prefer good business instead of bad business. When you have your own people out there, and this is what the circumstances is. It being $1 million worth of game is a black platform, but it being on Barstool Sports brings in white listeners, white viewers. And when you, Gillie the Kid, or somebody who was on the internet talking about why you prefer white businesses over black businesses, it's a shame. And the reason why I think about that is because of the simple fact that I was laughing at the shit. I'm thinking he fucking around, just playing around. Then when I see a moment like this where clearly they're trying to take a situation serious and they're trying to make a statement to where he doesn't chime in at all, or it doesn't even look like he wants to be there, it's like, damn, there might be some validity to how he feels about black people in general. But I'm very disappointed in Gillie, man. I don't know what that is. I'm pretty sure it's just the bag. But it made me respect Wallo a hell of a lot more. And it just made me look at Gillie different. Now that story is gonna keep developing. They're still gonna talk about this shit. I don't know if LSU is gonna actually go to the White House. I don't know if they're actually gonna do it, but I'm hoping that they don't. I am really hoping that they don't. Now let's keep going, man. We got a couple more topics to speak about before we move around. Now, Corey Holcomb on his 5150 show got wind of Monique's new Netflix special. I wonder how much the bag was this time. But if you guys remember, Monique had a very big problem with Netflix and how they lowballed her. I believe the number was $500,000. $500,000 is what they offered Monique to do a Netflix special. She didn't like that. You know, she claimed racial bias, you know, because she was a woman. All types of shit. She was going at Oprah. She was going at Tyler Perry. She was going at Lee Daniels. She was going at a lot of people during this time because she felt like she was not being appreciated. She felt like she was being undervalued. She had a lot of opinions at the time. Now, it was so much that you would have thought that Monique would have never even tried to look Netflix way again. But in classic Hollywood fashion, because a lot of these motherfuckers in the business in Hollywood aren't different from everybody else who just wants the bag and looking out for themselves. She took the bag and she made a special for Netflix. You know what's crazy? I said this shit before. Everything Monique was doing leading up to this point, she was trying to mask it in, oh, I'm doing this for the black women that get overlooked and for the black women who are underappreciated and undervalued and all this other shit. What they try to do is try to find something, a purpose to attach to their own selfishness. They use it, apply it to their situation so that they can get more people to back them on it. Meanwhile, they have no fucking real plan or execution to try to benefit anybody else but themselves. Ask Monique how many other black women or black women comics were involved with her special. How many of those comics did you put in the ears of the Netflix executives after y'all signed the deal to do what you had to do? People go out here and try to put this advocate cape on and don't be actually about that shit besides what they want for themselves. Selfish actions. Now, Corey talked about it last night, and I was surprised. This is what he said.
I might well get this shit out the way.
Uh-oh.
I heard the Sister Monique special is on.
I heard that, yeah.
I ain't seen it.
It's getting a lot
I
of
didn't even know
good
it was
reviews.
on.
Yeah, it just came
Look,
out
I want to say this.
Sunday, I think it did.
Congratulations, Monique. You had to fight tooth and nail to get your special put on. I have talked shit about you, but regardless, you my sister. I'ma watch it tonight. I'm rooting for you. I swear that is so sincere. Even though when you went on the motherfucking Breakfast Club, you checked my nigga Charlamagne. That's what really had me heated about Monique. But congratulations on all the accolades. And I'm gonna watch it tonight. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna watch.
That is some fake nigga activity. I'm sorry, but that is some real fake nigga activity. Keep the same motherfucking energy. If you don't like Monique, you don't like Monique. Now, this is what I thought would have happened.
Monique went on stage and dogged D.L. Hughley as a replacement set for no having jokes.
Please read the title of this show. Hater Heifer of Comedy.
If you talented and you got jokes, you gonna prioritize your talent over all of the bullshit.
You can always go in ham after, right?
You can go ham after. Yeah. But when you ain't got no jokes, when you've been see, there was a time when Monique was able to get away with the fat jokes and the dick jokes. That's all she ever did. Yeah. Shit, I motherfucker, he don't know. If I shit on him, he gonna be like, that yak buffoonery ass shit.
Oh my God.
That's got a TV show. That motherfucker don't even understand it. Monique won an award for the movie Precious. But look at the movie Precious. That's what they give niggas awards for. Buffoonery. The worst mom in cinematographic history
Damn.
was Monique. And I'm not talking shit because I'm some hater. I'm talking shit because this bitch disrespects everybody. Everybody get it from her. Everybody. I was so mad when she did that shit to Charlamagne, and now here it is. Between all the people always talking about how she done burnt bridges with this motherfucker, burnt bridges with that motherfucker. Look, ain't none of us perfect in the comedy game, but I'm not finna motherfucker spend my time on stage making excuses for not being funny by talking about somebody else.
Now that was his original stance on Monique. Not to say that people can't change how they feel, because that's obviously possible for people to change how they feel. They may have felt like they were wrong before. But I didn't hear no apologies. I didn't hear no my bads. I didn't hear no I was wrong. So clearly he believed in what he was saying. It's just right now that Monique seemingly is on top right now. Not even just on top, because she's still not above a lot of other comedians in my opinion. But because she has that shine right now, he would look like a hater for talking shit about her. But in reality, you just look consistent. You would just look like somebody who was consistent about how they felt about a person, not because you want to switch up because they got a Netflix deal. Now, Black Man said, I don't know, GMS, if she don't have no jokes, Corey going to clown her hard. I get that. I get it. He said he's going to watch it, and we going to see. This is what I'm saying. He said he's going to watch it. If he comes back to next Tuesday and says that she had, matter of fact, just come back Tuesday and tell us what you thought about the stand-up set. Because a person that don't got jokes, nobody's going to waste their time to watch it. And just because Monique got a Netflix special don't mean that her special going to be funny. You know how many Netflix specials out there that are not fucking funny? If somebody you feel like already ain't got jokes, why would you even waste the time to even watch it? I think he was just saying that just out of support, to be honest. I think he was just saying that just to show that he had some type of support from Monique. But I just found it very weird in that sense. Now, another thing that happened, like I said, we're gonna get to the phone call with Bill Bellamy about what happened at that South Carolina Comedy Club. But first things first, I don't know if y'all seen, but Corey he extended the olive branch to Mr. Precise.
Oh.
This is what he had to say.
I beat you running.
Hey, man, I don't care nothing about your dreams.
You
man.
ain't Precise.
I don't care about what you done dreamed about, man.
I beat y'all, man.
Man, listen.
Corey was the only one that was warming up.
Precise take sea moss and I beat him.
It ain't the only thing he take. I'm surprised he didn't win.
This nigga.
You stupid. That nigga be getting mad when you joke with him, but I don't give a nigga. You used to fuck with me, nigga. Got love for you, nigga. Call me and cut up all that I'm hurt shit, nigga. So, want to be my hurt ass. Fuck out of here, nigga. I know you're an R&B singer, but come fuck with your boy.
That nigga.
Stop being mad, dog.
That nigga R&B rapper. That nigga. He got a strong ass. He got Anthony Hampton ass. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
That nigga do R&B rock and roll.
Now look, I don't have a problem with Precise. I think Precise definitely should keep his distance, not just because of the situation and how things have always played out when it comes to people, having issues with Corey. But I think he'll be all right on his own, man. Some people don't need that cloud over their head. But nonetheless, let's talk about this situation here. This is one of the last things I'm going to talk about. So Corey let it be known that there was a comedy club out in South Carolina who was secretly recording stand-up comedian sets, taking those recordings and putting them on Vimeo, and then collecting money from those videos from all the traffic that's been going to those videos because of the certain comedians that they posted. He mentioned Bill Bellamy being one of the people that he saw on that, so he went and told Bill Bellamy what happened, and Bill ended up calling him during the 5150 show to speak his piece about it. And this is how it went down.
Of course, still don't know how to work no damn phone, man.
Hey,
It's
They
his
got 4
fingers.
of them.
They're so
hold on. This
funny.
audio, right?
Yeah, I just got it on audio.
Hey, what up? This Bill Bellamy.
I know.
What's up, Bill?
Hi, Bill.
Good, man. I was just tapping in with you, man. I wanted to thank you for looking out, man, because I went no way I would have known.
Yeah, no, we supposed to let motherfuckers know when we see some fuck shit. Get at them niggas, Bill.
Oh, I did, man. I went off on Angelo, man. I said, man, you can't be serious, bro. And Angelo's supposed to, my man, he claimed he ain't know. He taking it down, da-da-da.
He said he didn't know.
Come on now, stop playing.
Man, Bill, we ain't finna do this over the air.
Come on, man. I'm like, come on, man. That's wrong, man. So I'm telling you right now, what I learned from this, put in your contract that they cannot tape you without your permission, and if they do tape you, cannot be used for any outside sources.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them they can't tape me, period. I am not for your entertainment purposes once I leave this week.
Yeah, exactly. They'll be posting your shit, putting up old clips that you don't even, man.
They want you to be too old to fight them. Cause you know they did the one brother like that with a lot of shit he did. What's the real talented brother? Old dude. He passed probably like 2 years ago.
Tyler Craig?
No, not Tyler Craig. This is an OG nigga who was. No, not the gay nigga. I'm talking about.
Oh shit.
I'm talking about, what's my nigga name? Oh, with the beard, used to be out there.
Robin Wood?
Dick Gregory.
Dick Gregory.
Oh, okay, good.
You know they dogged him out later on in life. You know what I'm saying? When we get old, they just want us to be in a position where we need them. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, they wouldn't even have their lights on without us, man. You can't fuck us over like that. You crazy.
Right. I knew them motherfuckers gonna act like they ain't know. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get y'all fuck ass out of here, man. Playing niggas like they stupid.
I was so motherfucking mad. I was on my Corey Holcomb today, nigga.
And Bill don't even get mad for real. He talk it out, but you had to check their ass about that shit. No, I'm glad I told you, G. I wouldn't. As soon as really my guy showed me, he was like, Corey, look at this fuck shit right here. I was like, get the fuck out of here. That's when I called you. But anyway, I'm doing this show. Bill, I'm gonna call you, man, and you gotta come up here and do the show.
You doing 5150 now?
Yeah, you on air, nigga.
Oh, that's live. Yeah, so that was Bill Bellamy's call. Now, with that situation, here's the thing with this situation, how I feel about this. I think that a lot of comedy clubs are shady. I feel like there's a lot of things that comedians really don't tell the public about the certain things that they deal with or go through on the road and at these different comedy clubs. And I feel like it's important for them to fight back or to at least, get the word out there about certain things that are happening so that other comedians won't be taken advantage of. And that's how you start a coalition of people that are, that give a fuck about each other, who want to see each other succeed and really build a fraternity amongst each other, as comrades, as peers. Comedy is already taking certain hits when it comes to cancel culture. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Comedians out here having to change up their whole sets because they don't want to say the wrong thing and, lose opportunities and shit like that. I think it's time for comedy to take its strength back and take its power back. One thing I heard one person say, one thing that won't die is comedy because people want to laugh. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that, a lot of people are afraid of is that comedy is going to become something that's so, in the background and so secretive that you can't even go to a comedy club, you know, on the whim. You got to know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody who can let you in the back door to go see somebody to go see somebody, you know, do their stand-up set, you know, like a Chappelle or even a Corey, anybody that has, you know, controversial comedy, or anybody that does any type of like shock value, anything like that. It's going to be hard for them to maneuver because of how people are trying to demonize comedians. Now, it's died down a lot because of the fact that people are bringing up common sense when it comes to comedy and what comedy stands for in the genre. But they're still trying to push this cancel culture shit on us, man. I don't want us to, you know, be consumed by it, to believe in it, to follow it. It's not anything good for us at all. It's a slippery slope, and it'll only be a negative slope for all of us at the end of the day. Cancel culture does not have a end date. As long as people are fake outraged, they gonna come up with an excuse to be mad about some shit. Now, GMS fam, the Green Room, I told y'all today wasn't going to be a long show, but I do appreciate everybody who pulled up for today's show. Make sure right now, if you are listening, shout out your city, where you're tuning in from. I want to know where y'all are tuning in from across America and probably overseas. We got a couple people overseas that be tuning into this shit, but make sure you put that in the chat, man. I want to shout y'all out. Make sure you follow me on my socials. I'll follow everybody back. Hit the Cash App today if you are feeling generous. I most appreciate it. You can become a member of the GMS show by clicking the join button right below the video. All right? And one of the best ways that you can help support the GMS show and help us continue to stay pushed through those algorithms is by hitting that like button and subscribing, and tap in to the comment section of this video when the live is over. Let's go. Hey. Brick City in the building. Minneapolis in the building. .313 Inktown, Michigan. Let's get it. Shout out your city. Let me know where you from. Let's go. We got Ohio in the building. 2 Ohios. Okay, I see you neighbors. Monica and LH Groves in the building. Vale is in the building from Vallejo. Shout out my California family. It's time to spark up, man. I'm hungry. I gotta eat. I'm about to hit the gym again. Stay consistent, man. Work on your health if you haven't done that already, or if you hesitating to do that. Work on your health, man. GMS fam, the Green Room. It's been a dope Wednesday. I'll see y'all Friday at 3 G's. Make sure you go subscribe and go do all your due diligence over there at 3 G's. Shout out to my nigga AP. Shout out to Pac G. Make sure y'all pull up for that Friday night. GMS fam, the Green Room, it's been a real one. Be in that comment section of this video when the live is over, man. I want to see y'all in there, man. GMS fam, the Green Room, we out.